As you might know, today is the first day of fall. If you go by the calendar or by astronomical fall, that's another way of putting it. It does differentiate from meteorological fall because meteorological fall, the 1st of September was the start of fall. But astronomically, we're the start of fall. And what does it mean? Well, it means that the sun's rays are now directly over the equator. So that means that we're seeing about even amount of sunlight or solar radiation impacting both the northern and southern half of the hemisphere. And why it's the fall equinox, not spring equinox. Well, that's because as we start to move past the fall equinox, the Earth is going to tilt more away from the sun. When I mean the Earth, I should say the northern hemisphere is going to tilt further away from the sun. So the southern hemisphere is going to have a broader surface area exposed to the sun, seeing more of that sunlight. It also means now that we're entering nighttime for the North Pole. Fun fact that the poles, they have 6-month days if you stand directly on the pole. So the North Pole is about to see a 6-month nighttime beginning as we get later today, actually past 1:19 p.m. And there it is, 1:19 p.m. today. That's when it officially starts. That's when the sun is directly over the equator. Now, one of the things and why it's called the equinox is because how it affects our daytime. That's going to be one of the things we notice today. Across the planet, we're going to be pretty close to seeing, outside of the absolute north and south poles, we're all going to be seeing roughly around 12-hour days today. And actually more is closer to 12 hours in a few minutes. And that's because the sun is not a point in the sky. It has dimensions. That means sunrise is considered right when the sun is peaking over the horizon. Sunset is right when the sun is fully below the horizon. And guess what? The sun has, as I mentioned, has some dimensions. So it does take a few minutes for the sun to fully move across the horizon both ways, and that adds a few minutes. But yep, we're going to be seeing close to even time and from now on, and it has been the case since the summer solstice, continue to see shorter and shorter days, and we're going to continue to be losing those hours of daylight. So enjoy the daylight while we have it, but you're not going to really be seeing that sun right now because we have plenty of fog in the area. This fog advisory will go until 11 a.m. today. The ones highlighted here from the Twin Ports going to northwest Wisconsin, those will go into 12 p.m. North Shore 1 p.m. That's because that fog is going to stick around Lake Superior for today. We might see some extensions as well, and it's not going to be the only day we're going to be seeing fog, because even though in the afternoon we're finally going to see a lot of clearing for many of us away from Lake Superior, as we go into the overnight hours, more fog can develop. So we can see it tomorrow morning, and not just tomorrow morning, looks like Wednesday morning as well. We're going to see some more fog make its way on in. Now I was looking at the satellite and radar, because outside of the fog and the drizzle associated with it, it's going to be mostly dry, though we can see a bit of shower and storm action in the UP, and we can see some isolated storms and showers, primarily in the Arrowhead and going to the UP as we get later on today. It's going to be a similar case as we go into Tuesday as well. Again, it's going to be isolated in nature, but we can see some rain showers make their way through while most of us do stay generally dry. Now, when it comes to temperatures, well, we're going to be mostly in the 60s today, maybe a little bit into the low 70s as we go further west and into northwest Wisconsin. Cooler by Lake Superior, a light lake breeze for today. And as we start to head into Tuesday, notice we're going to start to slowly warm. We're seeing more of those 70s starting to appear overall, and that's going to be the case moving forward as well. By the time we get closer to the end of the week, we're going to be looking a lot of us closer into the mid-70s, so a gradual warming, but it's going to put us a good amount above the seasonal average, usually in the 60s, so seeing 70s this time of year is a little bit more on the mild side. And we're going to be dry too. We have high pressure system coming in. By the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday, seeing plenty of that sunshine in the afternoon hours, but you do see that we're going to have a frontal passage make its way through Friday going into Saturday, so we can see some rain along that cold front, though not all the models agree on that. Some of you have to keep an eye on as we get closer. Mostly have a pretty isolated chance for now. But if you look at our 7-day forecast, you know what, even are tired of the fog and the drizzle, well, as we get later into the week, we do start to see more of that sunshine and more mild temperatures for us to enjoy.